Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
thank you.
Sorry about that, fam. Sorry about that. This is real. It is absolutely real and live. So for those of you all who could not hear me, we do truly apologize. Forgot to turn that microphone on. So anyway, fam, this we're gonna have a very special. This is a very special show. As you know, we normally come to you on Thursday, but this is our segment called Black Anime Comics and Sci-Fi. We got a very special guest for you today. We got our big brother Andre Batts is going to be with us, the founder of Urban Style Comics, one of them. And that whole crew over there is absolutely phenomenal. I'm talking about black comics, black heroes. So if you're looking for something wonderful and wholesome for your children that got strong black characters in it, then this is definitely one of those places that you would get it from. Urban Style Comics is the name of it. They got several comic books for you to be able to purchase. One is called Dreadlock. You got Black Watch. It's a host of them, family. It's a host of them. So if you're looking for that, definitely stay tuned. There go our
There you go.
brother getting ready to come on in now. And of course we appreciate this brother. But before we get started, we got to give you haven't heard the theme music for this. So we're gonna play a little bit of that and then we're gonna get started. All right. We thank our brother for being with us. We interviewed our brother years ago on our Blog Talk Radio show.
About 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's quite a while. Quite a while. I know it's some interesting new developments over there. I seen some things, but I won't say. Gonna let our brother say. All right. All right. I'm gonna keep it down just a little bit. Now, for those of you who don't know, that beat is made by yours truly. That's right. Yours truly made that right there. DJ Dawu Ali. Yes, sir. Oh, praises due to Allah. You know what? Before we get started, family, just want to make a few quick announcements, okay? One is that we got a fantastic event coming up on November the 27th called Shop Blacktastic. That's right, Shop Blacktastic, where we're going to pull black vendors together with black people on Black Friday, circulating black dollars. That's right. That's right. That's going to be November the 27th. That is 10 a.m. Arizona time, 10 a.m. Arizona time, all the way going to 6 o'clock. That's right. We're going to circulate them black dollars. We're going to have some blacktastic vendors for you to come and be able to support. So we definitely looking for you to be there. That is again 10 a.m. either Mountain Standard Time or Arizona time. So definitely join us for Shop Blacktastic. My beloved wife has a beautiful class coming up on December the 5th, where she's going to be teaching you the sacred science of holistic healing jewelry. That's right. She's going to be teaching you rings 101, earrings 101. Come on and spend some time with Nafiza Ali for that Shop Blacktastic. Still looking for a few vendors, family. Still looking for a few vendors. Only $10 to vend. That's 30-minute slots. You can DM us for more about that. And also that class with the Queen of Rap is $50. That includes your tools, your copper, your stones, everything. That includes everything you need in a one-on-one session with the Queen of Rap, Nafiza Ali. That's right. So we're looking for all payments for that class. If you want to be a part of it, November the 20th, no later than the 25th, fam. So we just wanted to make that announcement. We are so glad. We are so glad that our dear brother is here with us today. He's a family member. He may not know that, but he's a family member. That's right. We always representing Urban Style Comics over here. When they said, man, I'm looking for some black comics, we definitely raise our brother up and everything that they doing. So without further ado, family, we about to bring on our brother. We thank him for his patience, but we just wanted to make those few announcements. All right, and here we go. Peace, brother. Peace, brother. How you doing, man?
Oh, wonderful. Peace, brother. How you doing?
I'm
It's been a
doing
minute.
well. It's been a
Yeah, it's
minute,
been a
brother.
minute.
But that
Yeah.
don't mean I ain't been watching you, man. I seen some great things over there. I'm like, this
Uh,
brother raising money to do a cartoon and all of that,
yeah.
man. I said, this
Yeah.
brother's getting on it, man. I said, this
Yeah.
brother is definitely getting on it, So, we definitely been watching you over there. But,
I appreciate it.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, I did an action figure recently. That's my,
Look at this
yeah,
guy.
that's my latest endeavor.
Okay.
Limited edition. I'm doing a redo of the animated movie. I'm
All
getting ready to
right.
do a reprint of it as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a lot in the making right now under the circumstances.
Okay. That's good stuff.
Where can I
See,
get your action figure?
yeah, we definitely want to be involved with
Because
that.
it's about to
Yeah,
be my
appreciate
birthday.
that.
All right. So I'm going to pass you over to the host of this show, my beautiful son, Brother
Yeah.
Javi Khalifa. I'm going to be here, but he going
Okay.
to lead the show this day.
Okay. So yeah, I remember being interviewed by you a couple of times, and now it's the son's turn.
Right.
That's right. It's generational.
Pass it on. Pass it on.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. So the first question I wanted to ask you is, tell us a bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, as you know, I'm Andre Batts. I've been doing urban style comics for some years. I've created my own book, Dreadlocks, as well as Jihad AD 2166,
Okay.
Black Watch, Queen Nubia, Miss Raheem. I've been doing it now for about 30 years to be exact.
Woo.
Woo.
Uh, it's not a whole lot I can say. It's just about being creative. That's it. Just being real creative.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Mhm.
That's what's up.
Got
That's
a
what's
nice batch of people that's working with me. As far as the animation is concerned, the action figures. We got an individual work with me. He's doing an outstanding job.
okay.
Uh, I got people working with me all around nowadays, just everywhere around the world.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Watch
wow.
out
Oh,
now.
that's next
That's
level.
right. We
Right,
international, baby.
right. That's what I'm trying to be.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for supporting me.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I actually still got your comics in storage. When I get them out of storage, I'm going to have to read them and review them. We got like the big book you did, Giant Book of Dreadlock. I don't know
Okay.
if in that one, but yeah.
The graphic novel.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
one we got. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We got
Yeah, I
that.
got a few more after that as well.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You go to my store page, you can see like I have 3 or 4 graphic novels right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's what's up. I love progress, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's the only way.
Yes, sir. Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah, I didn't get in here for nothing.
I know it. I already know.
Mhm.
In it to win it. In it to win it. Yes,
That's
sir.
it.
Yes,
That's what's
sir.
up.
So my second question is: was there anything in childhood that inspires you to write comics?
Well, I grew up like yourself right now. I grew up reading a lot of comics.
Okay.
Growing up as a kid. I'd stop at the store. Right after school, go buy my comics before I go home. Just sit up and read the good stories. I love the artwork by Marvel. I read a few DC, but for the most part, I was a Marvel head. I read,
Okay.
the ones I read the most were like, Doctor Strange, Thor, Spider Man. Basically, everything Marvel had, I read. But the stories that interested me the most was like your Doctor Strange. That's the one that really held my interest. And Thor, the Silver Surfer,
Okay.
characters like that held my interest the most. As far as DC, Batman held my interest in the DC brand.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
so that's what really got me started in comics as far as reading and learning about. I love the action sequences. You know, and reading those, that just made my day, and seeing those made my day. So me being a young artist, a kid, we had, a couple of kids in our class. We used to sit up and draw. We used to claim characters. I'm going to be this character. You're going to be that character. Growing up, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
we had different ones. I had like the Spider Man. I was Spider Man for a good while. And this is
Okay.
what we did. We did this in elementary and junior high.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. So, as time passed, eventually I got, I wasn't reading as much as far as comics were concerned, but I got more into them, during my days of being in the military, maybe slightly
Okay.
before that.
Okay.
And once I got into it more, I started realizing, something about it. It's only 5 characters that look like me, but they
Okay.
truly didn't represent me. They look like me. You know how
Yeah.
it is. They have the colorization,
Yeah.
but didn't have the in-depthness that we have as far as us as a people.
Yeah.
So needless to say, I started designing dreadlocks. After a while, me and a couple of friends were sitting up in one of my friends' apartment, and all of us were doing different things. One was into fashion. Matter of fact, two of them were into fashion, and I was just into comics or whatever. And I was just telling them about an idea that I had, and we was just sitting up drawing, and then I came up with the concept of dreadlocks in that one night.
Wow.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
One night. Wow. That's
Yeah, that one night. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Oh man, that's awesome right there. One night, like
Mhm.
James Brown, you did your
oh
whole
my
album
god.
in that one night.
Okay. I didn't have the whole universe design, but I did have the character design.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. That's what's up.
But I kind of had the universe designed to some degree because everything that was going on back in the early 90s, late 80s, the concept, is still going on today. We're dealing with the police murders, or as they call police brutality, stuff
Uh-huh.
like that. That hasn't changed.
Yes, sir.
Going on back then. So that allowed me to invest more into what I was trying to do as far as my creation is concerned.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's awesome. Go ahead.
Mhm.
So my next question is, what message are you trying to get across to your readers?
Well, the message of it's a lot. There's several messages I'm trying to get across. Basically, number one is being creative or whatever, and the creativity coming from within, and for us to understand that things that are going on outside of us or whatever is not truly what it's all about. It's about what's within us that dictates our future and present or whatever. Like for instance, Dreadlocks is a blind character, and there's a
Okay.
reason why he's blind is so that he can be influenced from what's within as opposed to what's without, everything
Okay.
outside of him. Because a lot of us, we go out here and we tend to be caught up in the illusion of the world and not the reality of self.
Mm,
But
mm.
with that being said, that in a nutshell is the whole purpose of creating my characters. And the purpose of me creating them is so that people can kind of start looking within and start acknowledging who they are and being who they are and elevate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir.
That's a good
That's a
message.
good
That's
message
really
right
good.
there.
All right, thanks.
That's a good message right there. Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I was of course I know some things about Kemet and whatnot. And when I
Mhm.
first read
Right.
the comic, I was like, "Oh man!" I said, "This brother is a Kemet. I mean, he's dealing, man." I said, "This brother is dealing, man." I say, "He
Right.
gets it in." I'm like, "Wow, look at this." See, what drew me was um the caliber of the character in
Mhm.
regards to how it was drawn, and it wasn't like, you get some people like they just don't put their all into it,
Right.
yo, yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that your soul, your heart, it was
correct.
passionate. You meant when you put that on that paper, you meant that. You know,
Right.
I could feel that just from opening it up. I'm like,
Mhm.
wow. I
And the
said,
whole and the whole thing. And with that being said, even with me working other artists, if I don't like the page, it's not going out because
oh, come on now.
it's got to be something that touches what I'm trying to do.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes, sir.
you can't have anybody drawing a stick figure with locks and say, "Oh, let's do the story." Not, not on this watch.
Come on, that's right.
Yeah, this like Brian Boy kid when they get away with stick figures.
Right. That's not happening.
Yes, sir. I mean, I feel it, man. I feel it. I mean, that's why, when I point people toward black comics, I point them to you. I'm
I
like, this,
appreciate it.
this is the caliber I'm talking about. I don't know, we don't know all of them. I mean, but I
Right.
know quite a bit. But
Yeah,
that's
several of
you.
us out here now.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes.
think since back in the day when I first started, we probably jumped 100% as far as black creators now.
Okay.
Which is good. I don't have any problem with that because everybody's story is different and what
That's
they're talking about is different. You may have a few that's on the same lines or whatever, but each story is different.
okay. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
So I think you may have already told us this, but I'm just gonna ask, what's your favorite character in your whole entire universe?
In my entire universe, it's
Yeah.
only dreadlocks. that's
Right. That's right.
Okay, I figured
my
that.
number,
You said
that's
it.
Yes,
my number
sir.
one. But if we go into see, I have a lot of characters that could be my favorite or whatever for different reasons. Dreadlocks, number one, he has to be my favorite because he's the baby. He's the flagship. Uh, we have Jihad AD over here, as you can see right here in the background. I can. That's one of my favorite characters because of the things that he's enduring. Matter of fact, see right there, that's one of my favorites as well.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Jihad AD.
Yes, sir.
I have another character that's within the Black Watch universe named Queen Nubia,
Okay.
female
Yes,
Yeah.
character.
sir.
That's going to be my favorite, probably over all of them, because I'm trying to get female writers involved with it. A friend of mine, Cynthia McDonald, she's going to
Okay.
be doing the writing on it, and I know
Oh,
she's going to bring a powerful story to it.
that's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's
Mhm.
That's
up.
what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's
Yes,
up.
sir. Yes.
So Dreadlocks is my favorite, but I think all of the others have potential to be there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They all your babies. I
They all
understand.
Exactly.
bro.
Right.
I
Right on.
understand.
Right on.
I understand. Yes, sir. Go ahead, son.
And so I think my last question, because you answered the other two, is really how important do you think it is for black youth to see strong black characters?
Was is very important because why they need to see themselves and they need to see that it's people that look like them that are doing creations that look like them, and we don't have to necessarily go through the world drawing Caucasian characters and think we've accomplished something, or even those that are into manga or anime. Thinking the matter, it shouldn't be just I'm drawing manga and anime. It should be you trying to identify with yourself when you're in the creation process,
Yes.
because it's a whole thing. Because we're so long we've been identifying with someone else, whether it's the Caucasian, Asian, whatever. Those are the ones we identify with. I grew up going to see martial art movies
Okay.
in theater back in the day in Detroit,
Come
and
on.
it would be a triple hitter. We come out of the kung fu movie doing karate and all this kind of
Come
stuff
on, yeah.
because that's what we seen on TV or on a movie screen.
That's right.
We
That's
grew up Bugs Bunny, one of our favorite cartoons. But
right.
a lot of racism was behind that. We had no clue.
Come on. That's
You look at a lot of that we grew up to back then, and even now, they're still doing it to this day. It was a lot of underhanded racism involved with that, and we had no clue, no idea. But as far as like martial arts, it probably didn't have any racism in them. But the thing of the matter, it had all Asian characters in it.
That's right.
So
Come on
in
now.
seeing that, it should sink in that okay, everybody is doing this for themselves, but what are we doing for ourselves?
Mm.
So once that sink in, that's when we go out there, and start creating for self.
Right,
So
right,
people can
right.
see that. More people see that, the more people be interested in doing it. We have right now, we have several comic shows or whatever comic cons across the United States right now that are black oriented.
Okay,
Like I have one here in Detroit called the Motor City Black Age of Comics. We
okay.
have Onyx Con, the Black Age in Chicago, Black Comics Book Festival in New York, Afro Comic Con in Oakland, California. They're sprouting up everywhere, but it's just to show that we have creativity within our own community,
Yes, sir.
and people can come out and support the many artists that are out there, many creators that are out there that look like them.
That's
So
right.
we've opened up a whole big can of creativity since the early days of us doing black comics, as far as like Dreadlocks, uh, Brother Man, Omega Man, Tribe, all of these just different characters from back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Mm-hmm.
it's like a whole big, maybe 10,000 plus characters out there.
Wow.
They may not be known or whatever. You can hit black superheroes or whatever. You may find some of them on there, but you have to think I've been doing dreadlocks for years because a lot of people tend to say that when they hit the link, it always takes them to what I'm doing, and I got that because why? I've been doing web pages since web pages first started. So I took
Man,
advantage,
I
took
look
advantage of that. We took advantage. That same website I've had for over 20 years now,
Oh
okay.
wow.
same
Wow.
domain name. So,
Uh,
stuff like this gives me staying power.
come
So
on now.
before we didn't have all that, but I had
Right.
the staying power because why? I was doing like your black expos in St. Louis,
Come on now.
Indianapolis,
Yeah.
Atlanta, Detroit. That was important. Black
Yeah.
expos was everything. They don't have them now, but I'm sure we're about to get back into that soon with everything that's going on right now.
Yes,
But
sir.
keep in mind, that's the sole purpose of us doing it is to get out to our community and make sure that those that are coming up that they don't have to sit up and just draw characters that look like everybody else. They can
Right.
draw themselves, create their own stories.
Yeah. Yes, I mean that's beautiful.
Mhm.
What you said right there. I mean, because knowledge itself is just absolutely key, and it reminds me of something the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. He said that a person without the knowledge itself is either considered unconscious or dead, basically, because they don't know who they are and where they are in the world. And
Mhm.
read, and when I read your comics, I'm able to be transported into a different place. That when I was in high school, I was
Mhm.
introduced to Egypt as white. I
Yeah,
didn't
right,
see
right,
black characters. I didn't. Nobody told me nothing about no Kemet and none of the rest of that. At
right.
that point, I didn't really learn no black history beyond the cotton field until I got in my sophomore year in high school. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? So that to see that and to be able to when my son was even younger, 12, 13 years
Right.
old, able to show him dreadlock and the other ones, and we were able to put your posters on the wall
Uh-huh.
and everything like that. I mean, that had a great effect on him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To
Mhm.
be able to see that. I mean,
Okay.
and the strength of the characters. It
Okay.
wasn't just we're here, you know what I mean, and we
That's
finna
right.
go we finna go gang bang in the hood with super.
Right.
Hey, hey, well, I'm not trying to be
No, no,
funny,
but
but
that's like kind of like
some
how
people do stuff like
yeah,
that.
No,
like
they did.
Black
They're the
Dynamite,
type of
but Black Dynamite,
characters.
Black Dynamite was like that. But the question
Yeah.
that somebody got to ask, I think he's trying to say how to get the attention of some of the established people as himself or people starting out as myself, and he said mine would be more so of a blend between an anime and a comic.
So yeah, the brother Justin Hill is asking. I guess he started on his journey to be a creator, and he wants to know basically as he's getting started, what is some good advice that you can give to him?
Well, I would advise number one to read a lot as it relates to publishing. Any books that he can find or uh, pamphlets, whatever, that can tell you about self-publishing. Get into that as well as not just the artwork. Um, you can do it with no problem. Once you just go online, you can go on Amazon, whatever, order those type of books and learn how to market yourself. Anime and manga is the thing right now for the young cats is coming up. So you can easily market it, but the thing is, we also have to have a venue for it. I did an event maybe last year. Well, I went to an event. It was an anime type con, and when I went in there, I seen a lot of Asians in there, a lot of black kids there. I seen white kids there, but everybody that was drawing anime, their characters were all Asian anime characters.
Wow.
The thing is, I think where people stand out, and this happened with myself as well, is when you do those shows, you stand out if you can draw, say, anime characters that look like you as well. You got to really take pride in yourself when you do it. And what happens, it shows, okay, this is something different. It doesn't show that, oh, this is just somebody creating another anime character and just painted in black.
Right.
Some people may look at it like that because you're going to always have some negativity out there, but it's a balance for everything. That's what my art is all about. It's about balance.
Yes, sir.
So what I would do is, like I said, stay focused on your craft. Number one. Number two, get into the self-publishing. Learn about copyrights. Get your copyrights done before you put anything out there, and then start marketing yourself and submitting to different individuals and see if they're willing to take on your project and have you as part of their organization as well, part of their company. Because some companies may need an anime branch or a manga branch. They may do the traditional comics, but they need a manga aspect coming as well. So that helps promote you as well. If somebody's already in the game, they take you under their wing, and they help elevate you that way. They teach you more and more about what you need to know. But the main thing is, like I said, publishing, self-publishing, being staying true to your craft, staying focused on it, doing cons if you can, submit your artwork, let people check out your artwork and see how people respond to it.
Mm.
Okay, so he said, yeah, mine isn't going to be Asian. Brother Justin Hill said, yeah, mine isn't going to be Asian. Laugh out loud is going to be more black people. I can't draw, so I'm doing the writing. I've been
Oh,
working really hard on the lore and saving up for the copyright. So when I start putting story shorts of it out, it can't be taken.
that's very important. It's very important to do the copyrights. And if he's developing the stories, he can go in depth in the stories. Like, obviously, he's reading a lot of anime and manga or whatever. So, with that being said, it helps him in the direction that he's headed in as far as he's doing the right thing. He just got to have a stable artist. A lot of times, artists start off doing whatever you need them to do, but they're not always stable. Meaning, they start wanting to take your project into a totally different direction. So
Right.
make sure you have a ranch of artists just waiting to jump on board to help you out and to help themselves as far as getting their portfolio together.
Hmm.
Uh, as far as his world is concerned, his anime world, manga world, it doesn't necessarily have to be all black per se, and most definitely don't have to be all white either. but most definitely have an inclusion of everybody in it in the sense of doing when you're dealing with manga and anime, because you don't want to exclude everybody when you're dealing with that genre.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and it's so much of our history that we can pull on that people don't know about, like the fact that the first shogun of Japan was black.
Right.
That's something within itself.
Yeah.
Talking about the old Mac, talking about, I
Yeah.
mean, it's so much history that we have that we can really pull from if we just would look at it. I mean, think about going into talking about Timbuktu, talking about
Right.
Sankore University. What was that like? I mean, what was some of the things that we're learning? I haven't seen where people kind of went into the mystery schools at Kemet. I mean, just kind of not too heavy, but I'm talking about
Right.
where children can relate to it, kind of
Right.
like that one cartoon, Tell Me Who I
Oh
Am,
yeah, that was good.
when they met Imhotep,
Mm,
and he was showed the picture in there where he was working on the helicopter, and he
mm.
was talking about the different things he was doing, but in a way that children could understand who he was, and they put the rap music and everything in there.
Okay.
It was sharp. I was waiting on the next one, but it was like, what happened? It's been like 20
Right.
years.
Right. Well, that's it's about staying power. The thing of the matter when doing certain storylines or whatever, as far as I'm concerned,
Mhm.
you have to be engaged yourself in the sense of the information that you're putting out.
Yes, sir.
Meaning, you have to be well learned or semi well learned, but on your way to being well learned,
Okay.
and know that, hey, this is something that I'm trying to do. Like when you look at Kemet and me being able to add all that I was able to add on to the stories with dreadlocks, I was well versed with Kemet, and I was learning more about Kemet, and I'm still learning about Kemet, and dreadlocks is still learning about himself. So
Okay.
that's why the staying power is everything. That's why I've been here for 30 years now.
Come on now. That's
That's
true.
very important.
That's true. I mean, and they pulling up new information about Kemet every day. I mean,
Correct.
I'm sure it was thing it was out there, but I just picked up a book talking about Giza as a power plant. I was like, wow. I said I knew about the Ankh and it
Yeah.
being the first
Right, right.
electrical
Well,
circuit and
you're looking
everything.
at for me personally, that's when you're looking at speculation as far as those type of books. When you're looking at
Okay,
Graham Hancock or whatever, it could have been that could have been the case or whatever. But a lot of speculative information I really don't get into because
okay,
some of it you can. I like to get into the history aspect.
okay,
Then I like to get into the spirituality aspect
okay,
and the mysteries in that sense. I can get into some of the speculative too to help a little bit add on to a story, but for the most part, most of that can be speculative.
okay, okay. I mean, yeah. I
I
mean,
could see it. I could see it being a power plant, though. I could see it, but a
yeah.
power plant to who? Because they still don't even know who built the pyramids.
Okay.
You
See,
know.
I mean, it's a lot of different takes on different things. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that we were descendants of the tribe of Shabazz.
Mhm.
And some people say that one of the reasons that we were so easily sold from Africa by other tribes is because we was descendant of that tribe, and we weren't connected to them so much. We know there's a lot of technology and everything that was
Right.
involved too. We know
Right.
that, but you know, see that's what it is. See that we are part of that lost tribe, the one
Mhm.
that don't nobody know about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the
Lost Bob Sebastian.
Yeah, that's right. We got the
Mhm.
12. We know them, but who is the 13th? and
Right.
what did they do? So you see
Right.
what I'm saying? So when you get into that, and he's telling you that the tribe Shabazz was the ones who discovered the rich Nile River Valley, and then
Okay.
if you notice that most of us, in the states, we attracted to that for some
Right.
reason anyway. We love
Well,
the Ankh and that
mhm,
whole
right.
history, and
Well,
it
anything that come out of Africa, we're attracted to it.
that's true.
That's why we got to go back to that,
Yeah,
because everything that we see and hear, it fascinates us. When we grew up, in our classes, we're listening to our instructors or teachers rather talk about these different people in world history, like Napoleon Bonaparte.
hmm,
What's the guy named Alexander the Great? We
yeah,
hearing
yeah,
all this, we loving all that because we like the fact that somebody as powerful as these men was doing what they're doing. But then as time goes on, we realize, wait a minute, none of those people represent us.
right.
So I bring that up. So once we hear about everything that does relate to us, it's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Son, what is it that you like about black comics? What drew you to
Really, my dad over here helped me with that. That was part of it. That was definitely a major part. That was like 50%. The other 50 was like you said. I really have been getting more back into like Marvel and DC and
Okay.
all of them. And I've been studying that. But then he helped me. He was like, "Hey, you could go to Black Anime and Comics route and like
Mhm.
start interviewing black people that make Black Anime and Comics, and we have more representation of ourselves." And I was like, why not? That sounded good. I like comics, I like
Right.
anime, and so then I started doing the research, and I've been posting a lot about the different comic companies and etc. And I have to set up more
Okay.
interviews. This is the first of many, and I'm
Okay.
glad that I got a chance to interview you.
I'm glad I was first.
Yeah,
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 you was the
yeah,
first one came to mind.
yeah. And I had your posters, but these people broke in our house and stole them.
They
Yeah.
stole
They
the
stole
posters
every
off the
single
wall,
one.
bro.
I had like
That's crazy. They broke in the house and stole the
They
posters.
stole the
they did. They
posters off
stole
the
them.
wall. That's a true story.
That's powerful. That shows you how powerful dreadlocks is.
I
I want to steal the poster off
ain't
the
never
wall.
seen nothing like that. I'm gonna
Now that was the true criminal. That, oh boy,
brother,
criminals dummies for criminals, or criminals for dummies. They need to read that book.
brother,
I'm sorry to hear that.
they stole a picture of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad off the
Yeah.
wall. They stole
Uh, yeah. Well, I could see that,
no, we
because
was
that's gonna be
like,
a rare picture
wow.
there.
Yeah,
So basically, they stole all the rarities.
they did. They did, brother.
Wow.
I mean, we couldn't believe it either.
They
We
stole stuff.
understood the bed and the couch and the this and the that, but to
Right.
go in and the pictures off the wall, the posters,
Yeah, that's a person that really didn't have anything if they cleaning the whole house out.
they apparently, right? Apparently.
Yes, that's really sad though. That's the mindset we're trying to break away from. Is
Yes,
that right there? Why
yes,
do you have to be in a situation where people breaking into your house, stealing stuff that you worked hard for or that was given to you as a gift?
right.
That shouldn't be happening in our community. And we fail to realize that, we need to wake up from that, snap out of it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I definitely agree, man. I mean, and like you say, knowledge itself is empowering in a whole
Yes,
lot
good.
of ways, and that's what I love again about dreadlock is that it's teaching the principles of Mayat.
Right.
I mean, and talking about those universal principles, kind of like the not necessarily for so those who don't know what the
Right.
principles of Hayat is, kind of like the Ten Commandments. I mean,
Right.
but more in depth. thou shalt
Right.
not steal, those things, I mean,
Right.
of course, it was way more to it, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
because the Ten Commandments was stripped right from the 42 negative laws of Ma'at. So
yes, sir.
that's where it all came from. But a lot of people, that's all debatable.
Yeah,
But most of it come from Kemet in the first place.
yes.
We already know that Moses learned in the temples of Kemet.
Come on now.
And
Yeah.
and he's considered one of the Pharaoh's grandson.
Come on
He
now.
had to look like us. So
Come on
therefore,
now.
the Ten Commandments had to come from us
Come
before
on now.
that story came out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what I share with people too. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us that we write history in 25,000 year cycles before it happened. And
Hmm.
then we walk into it. And
Right.
so the reason you see that on the walls of Kemet, see that in different places all through different civilizations, because we write history before time.
Exactly.
So it's just we picking up again what it was that we wrote in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, not only did we write it, but we also, was oral with our history as well. So
That's
that's
right.
prior to what was written.
Yes,
So
sir.
we go way back.
We go
So
way back.
so with doing what I do, I just try to help, guide those that are younger or even those my age, help guide them into the understanding of their true selves. A
Yes.
lot of us still to this day don't realize it. And in me doing comics, I love comics. That's why I do it. It's not going to, obviously, I'm not a millionaire, anything like that. But the fact still remains, it's something that I really love to do.
Hmm.
So as long as I'm influencing people around me that look like me to gravitate to their creativity or do what they would like to do in life, I'm very happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Brother Justin, the brother that was actually the court, just said this is actually his first time tuning in, and he was so glad he did because he got to talk with you. I
Good.
mean,
I'm glad. I'm
yeah,
glad.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is like, of course, this is one of our superstars. You know what I mean? Now, these are one of the ones that they may not put in Time magazine yet, but that's all right. This our Time magazine right
Yeah.
here.
Well, I did make it to the source one time. I'm gonna show you this real quick.
Come
Back
on, now.
back in the day, remember the Source
Yes,
magazine?
sir.
With Red Man on the
Uh-oh.
cover?
All right,
This is Dreadlocks over here.
now. Yes, yes.
Dreadlocks right there.
There you go. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. I
Yeah.
mean,
These some of my characters down here.
okay, up in here and yeah,
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 that's when they were doing the magazine format. This is a long time ago.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
So,
about.
it's about, this was long before the internet
Come on
when
now.
that was done.
Yes,
So that's my whole point, of the staying power. You have something people like, they gravitate to it, it looks like them, they love it, there's stories about them, they want
yeah,
it more. The more
yeah.
they want it, the more we push it out. The more I continue doing what I do.
That's right.
And like I said, I just have a love for comics, and obviously I have a love for my people. That's number one. I'll just put it like that.
Come on
So
now.
everything is about that.
Yes, sir. Brother Justin said that he finally got a black creator he can name because there's not that many that he knew of, you know.
Okay.
And I'm glad that, of course, he got to see and experience you first. You
Right.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you
Well,
know,
let Justin know he can also go on Facebook to Black Comic Creators. And you'll see a lot of them on there as well. Uh,
okay,
Independent, it's one called Independent Comic Creators. You
Okay.
can go on there as well. ICC. It has the different Black comic book creators on there. Uh, there's several ways, but those are the main two I can think of right offhand.
okay, Okay, okay. We was
right?
gonna
And then
ask you
I'm
that
actually,
too.
and then actually, what I'm gonna do. I mean, of course, I'm as I start interviewing, but I'm gonna make a video, like a compilation video, where
Okay.
all the artists that I've been finding out and find some more. I'm gonna make a video about these are some different artists, and then of course, I continue with the line of interviews because I really
Okay.
enjoyed this interview. And this is something I could continue myself doing, seeing myself continue doing in the future.
Okay. Okay.
I can
Yeah.
see
Well,
that.
it's several of us out here, so I can tell you that now. Um, I can't name them all offhand or whatever. We start with Dawood, uh, Dawood and Wale. He's down in Georgia, as a matter of fact. I think you guys
Okay.
in Georgia, right? You still in Georgia or Texas?
No, we in
We
Arizona
in
now, bro.
Arizona now.
Arizona. Yeah, I did an interview
Hey,
earlier.
we everywhere.
That's okay. I did an interview earlier with someone from Texas, I think it was. No, earlier today, right? So I'll probably get my states a little mixed up here right now.
No, it's good. I mean, we move around a lot. We've been to Belize, we've been to
Okay,
Georgia. Now
okay,
we here in Arizona. So,
okay.
we move around. I mean, it's a big earth, man. It's a
Yeah,
big
it
earth.
is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
So it don't hurt to live somewhere for a while.
No, it doesn't. No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it don't hurt. You know what I mean? So what we want to do now is if anybody got any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat. But we also want to give an opportunity for you to let people know where they can contact you at, where they can buy your material, all that good stuff, and anything you want to say to those who may be trying to come into their career in the future. We just want to leave that open for you.
Okay. Well, number one, you can find me at urbanstylecomics.com. That's urbanstylecomics.com or urbanstylecomics.store. .com. You can go on there. You'll find out a lot more as far as Urban Style Comics is concerned. I also give a brief bio on my journey and how I got to where I am today. The store page, obviously, it has everything that I have available for sale.
Mm-hmm.
You can reach me on Facebook, Urban Style Comics.
Okay.
Uh, you can go on my Comic Con page, which is Motor City Black Age of Comics. You can find me on there. And everything that'll lead you to a lot of other different artists as well. When you
Okay.
go to Motor City Black Age of Comics, because I work with a lot of different individuals.
Okay.
And as far as those that are doing comics or trying to get into comics, like I said a little bit earlier, just make sure you stay true to your craft. I say that to everyone: stay true to your craft, stay focused on your craft. Do not be dismayed by anything. Uh, be advised that constructive criticism does not hurt. So you can't be sensitive on your work because a lot of people are either going to have something good to say or bad to say. Take it all like a grain of salt, but keep it moving. Stay true to your craft. Stay true to who you are, and stay focused on what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to everything. Practice. If you're an artist, practice, practice, practice every day. If you're a writer, write every day. If you're a writer and artist, whenever you come into one of those blocks where you have artist block, focus on your writing. You run into writing a writer's block, get back into your art. It works that way. The whole thing is being focused. There's a lot of things out here that has us distracted right now. It's going to have us more distracted in the next 5 years, more so than it is right now. So just be prepared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, that's beautiful, man. And I'm looking forward to getting that action figure. My son just got a from the Black Panther series
Okay.
one. So
Yeah, don't be lying.
yeah, we
Which,
definitely
which
would
one did he
love.
get from
Let
the
me
Black
ask you
Panther
something
series?
here real quick.
he got the sister. That's the head of the.
Oh, Shuri.
He got
Got
yeah. He
Shuri.
got the
Oh
sister.
no, he got the warrior.
Yeah, he got her. I mean, we found it in they like an Amazon resale store.
Okay.
So he found her there. So this is
Ah,
that one
okay.
right there. I mean, it looks
I like
good.
that
I'm
one.
waiting to see yours though.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
waiting
yeah.
to see yours.
Oh yeah. I don't have any over. Well, I got one over here. I can show you real quick since we don't
Okay,
have
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, come on now.
Oh yeah, there we go. Drop it.
Oh
Oh my
wow,
God!
it's the big
This,
Wow!
one. Okay,
this is my personal one right here.
okay. That's
Wow!
awesome right
That
there.
is awesome.
That is awesome right there. What are they running?
They run a 65. They're limited edition.
Okay,
You
okay.
know. You
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, his birthday coming up. We might bless
Okay.
him
Yeah,
one.
get one for him. Yeah, get one for him. Yeah. I got something I got to ship out real soon. As a matter of fact.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So we was wondering, do you all have a affiliate program over there? Because
Uh, a who program?
affiliate, where he can kind of sell your comics without having them, and get a
Well,
little something off of them. I mean, do y'all
I
do
don't.
anything
I
like
don't. I don't have an affiliate program or anything like that. I've been selling online off my page,
that?
but I am trying to work on something because you and I talked about something a while back,
Yes, sir.
or whatever. And I'm thinking on leaning towards something like that where I deal with different individuals in
Yeah,
different areas where they could make the sales or whatever,
yeah.
and we do some business like that.
Okay,
Um, because
okay,
right now the bookstores, they're closed up. It's about trying to figure out what line of travel you want to do in order to get your product out there because people right now they're doing Kickstarters or
hmm
whatever, and I am going to do a Kickstarter, but I'm doing it for something else, not for the comic per se.
okay,
Uh, because I got other things that I'm working on. It's just still in the same genre or whatever, but there's other things that I'm working on that I think I want to do my Kickstarter for. But as
okay,
far as like remote mobile stores, I don't have any or whatever. We used to do the shows quite a bit, but we're no longer doing the shows, like I said, because we basically on shutdown everywhere,
yeah,
and it's really affected a lot of the business. So right now, people have to do a lot of mail order if they want to order the books. That's the
okay,
main thing right now. We have to really push those mail orders. Mobile orders would work if we had everything still open still, but
okay,
cons aren't doing anything anymore. 2020 this year, the last con I did was in New York. It was back in January, uh, and that was it is one of my favorite shows or whatever. Black Comics Books Festival in New York, but after that, February came, everything was over.
okay,
So we
okay,
so right now we have people that are I have people that are buying online. They'll go and pay on the page whatever, order something, or I just use social media and shoot some links out here and there, and people order that way. To make it where people feel comfortable or whatever.
okay. Well, we would definitely like to invite you and your comic books to Shop Black Tastic on
Shot
November
I
the
was,
blacktastic.
27th.
I was listening to that.
we
Yeah,
are, I mean, and we would love to have you, man. And
yeah.
we
Just
want.
send me the information, and I most
Okay.
definitely will get be a part of that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we would love it,
yeah.
man.
I want to be a part of that. So make sure I get that link, and I can tie everything into it at that point.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'd definitely love that, man. Well,
Right.
would definitely keep us in consideration for that kind of program
Oh,
because
yeah,
one of the
sure.
things that he wants to do is that besides promoting black comics,
Hmm.
he wants to be able to monetize it in that way by
Exactly.
getting a material out, the comic books, the action
Right.
figures, so that way he making a job for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, you can always create a like a digital comic platform,
Okay.
uh, and if you connect with enough, artists or creators that are selling digital comics or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you can make like a hub or something,
Oh
you
wow.
know, where you selling anime and everything, and you
Okay.
just sell it right on a site that you build. You just got to show that your site can be monetized, meaning that the people that are submitting stuff to you are going to make money as well as yourself. I
Right.
wouldn't mind being, helping you out on that a little bit, but
Uh-oh, watch out now.
yeah, because my hands can't be in on everything, but
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea. They
Yeah.
have sites out there now, but I think right now a lot of sites that are doing it right now, they're kind of biased with who they want, as far as on their platform,
Okay.
or they only promote certain people. I feel
Okay.
that there needs to be a platform out there that's promoting all of us that are doing black comics,
Yes.
or in
Yes.
anything black anime, whatever. That needs to be done. It needs to be something that's more uh, appealing in the sense of everybody, and it's inclusive of all of us that are doing this.
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes,
because
sir.
my friend is a creator, so I think his stuff is hot. So I'm gonna make his, the catalyst of everything I do, or make it just about him or her, whatever, blah blah blah. No, it should be universal with all the black creators, and you monetize, they monetize. Everybody make money off of it,
Oh
and
yeah.
not just because it shouldn't be a buddy buddy program.
Oh yeah. We understand.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
understand.
Stay out of the cliquish buddy buddy thing. That's not working. That's why I have staying power. I'm not about clicks, buddy buddy. It's all about everybody getting out here, being creative, making it happen, making everybody happy. That's it.
That's it. I mean, that sounds like a perfect plan to me. Sound like a perfect plan to me. I mean, and ultimately, that was kind of like the direction that he was trying to head
Okay.
in anyway. So any assistance with that, we are gladly appreciated. I know
Right.
you will, right, son?
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. Just look into just digital platforms and how to set them up. That'll
Okay.
be your start right there. You read up on digital platforms, how they're set up, and just then at that point you realize what direction you want to go in. That's basically you setting up your own digital comic book store,
Okay.
and then you
Okay.
just set up the direction you want to go in and take from there.
Okay.
So, because I
Okay.
actually have like a few stores that I have, but like the main one that's really my own, that's not really built up yet, is they have this website called eCrater, where you have to actually go in and manually put all the products and everything that you sell. You don't have to worry about them charging any fees or anything. You actually have to promote the website and get the sales and stuff off of that.
Kind
Oh,
of
you
like
said it's called Equator.
E-Crater.
Yeah, eCrater.
Oh,
E-Crater.
Equator. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've never heard of Equator before. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, and of
It's
course,
like an eBay kind of company, but not really.
Ah, okay.
Import your eBay stuff, but you have to have like 20 items. But you can just put anything on there.
Okay.
yeah.
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 And it's a free site.
Yep. Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
Hmm.
free site. Yeah, I mean, he told me about it. We doing so much. We drop shipping. We doing a lot of stuff. I
Okay.
just, just of course trying to maintain and stay safe. You
Okay.
know,
Right. Right.
you still working at the post office?
Of course.
All right.
Remember I told you I wasn't a millionaire. Hey, I got to keep that keep the benefits coming in.
Yes, sir.
You
Rain
know.
or shine, we deliver your mail, even in
Yeah.
the
Right.
pandemic. What you talking
And
about?
see, you've been living in Arizona a long time. You talking about rain or shine? Well, I got rain, sleet, and snow.
Yeah, boy, look. Yeah, we don't get that much rain. So
Right, it's dry out there. very little.
It says we in the
It,
desert, Chief.
it's raining. It's raining and snowing outside right now.
Oh God,
Oh
Looking out
goodness.
no.
the window, it's snowing now.
Oh,
You never know. A camel might roll down the
oh
street here.
God, no.
Yeah, you can't
No.
beat that. You can't beat that.
Yeah, yeah. So well, brother, we truly appreciate you giving us this opportunity once again. One of the things that I really love about this interview is that one we had on Blog Talk. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, because we stopped doing it for a while, and I don't know what happened, but all of my past episodes is gone. I mean,
Oh yeah,
contact, I done contacted them,
right.
and ain't nobody getting back to me. So that's letting me know that that stuff is gone. I mean, and we
Yeah,
had interviews with you and several other people too,
yeah.
that we had on there. So I'm glad to be able to have him to be able to interview
Get
you.
that experience.
Yeah, and actually be able to, basically redo it again.
Well, I'm glad that your son is going in that direction as well. This his first interview. He got many more to go, and this basically shows why we need our own platforms. And what you just said as far as the blog talk radio, and all your series disappearing, and they
Yeah,
not even answering for it.
they not even answering for it.
Yeah, we need our own platforms. But congratulations, youngin. Yeah,
Yes,
congratulations on that.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is absolutely awesome that this was his first interview to be
Right.
able
Well,
to interview this brother,
yeah, it's
right?
my first interview with you, but like, but we
Woo-hoo!
didn't have like 10 interviews with different people.
It don't matter. It don't matter. But
But it's
you,
my first personal interview.
you
Okay.
are here
All
Yeah,
right.
I was a little nervous, but then I was like, I got this. I'm not talk to people all the time.
all the
I
time.
can do it. Just be yourself. That's it.
Well, that's the key to everything is being yourself. One of the things I will say or whatever is always make sure that you have it set up where, like, say we're doing an interview next week. This is just a word of advice or whatever. You want to make sure that the person that you're interviewing, because with social media being the way it is, you want to make sure that the person you're interviewing is able to share that information, like a week in advance, a couple of days in advance, so that way it draws more people to the actual interview.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So you want to maintain with that as well. I know we like to do things on what they call Black folks time or whatever, and all that kind of stuff.
right on
If
time.
you want to be successful, I'm just being honest with you.
Come on now.
You have to make sure that everything is done timely. If a person doesn't, because I'm not even familiar with blog talk radio, not blog talk radio, but what's this Zoom? This is my second interview on Zoom, and I had the first one earlier today. So I bring it up because you want to make sure that the person that you're interviewing is familiar with the platform as well.
Okay.
Yes.
That's number two. Number one, like I said, you want to make sure that you're able to get it out because social media is everything today. So you want to plug it everywhere. Not only the person that you interview are plugging it, but you're going to be plugging as well. That draws a whole lot of people to your blog, I mean, not your blog, but your fireside chat as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll definitely make sure we do that
Yes, sir.
next time. We'll definitely make sure we do that next time. This will go on. We got another platform we use.
Mm.
A good brother of ours, he owns a radio station called Phenomenal Radio. So
Okay.
this interview will be actually going all over the world. It'll actually be going all over the world. We definitely going to submit this one because we get to submit one where he runs it for 2 weeks on,
Okay.
Friday and Saturday. So he runs it for 2 weeks, Friday and Saturday. So we definitely gonna run this one. So
Okay.
and then we do we replay stuff on Facebook. We do it as a premiere, so it's
Uh,
kind of like when you get a premiere on YouTube. We do that same kind of technique.
okay.
So even if it happened already, they don't know when it
Right.
happened.
Right.
So
Right. That's a
they
good thing.
just watching it like the first time.
All right. That's a
So
good. Well, I'm gonna share this on my YouTube page too once I get the link.
yes,
Yes,
sir. We're
sir.
gonna shoot it to you.
Gonna
We're
shoot
gonna
it
shoot
to you.
it to you. We appreciate that. You
All right.
know.
I
So
appreciate being on here.
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
When he
It's good.
contacted me and he told me he was your son, I was like, oh yeah, no doubt. I said, that's my man right there. He did interview me a couple of times back in the day.
Yeah, see, that's what I was telling him. I said I think he may
Yeah,
be willing to give it to you. I
right,
said not because I'm the big guy on the court or nothing, but I mean we interviewed before and
right.
we love each other. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. That's why I say, oh, it's no problem. I haven't done an interview in a minute, so it just get me back out there,
Yes,
especially with
sir.
the interview with the Zoom thing. It's brand new. Now
Yeah,
that I see how it works, oh,
yeah.
I may be everywhere.
We like this one is StreamYard. This one is StreamYard, and StreamYard is a it's an internet based one. So you
Okay.
like to use it through. It's like you just pull it up on Google or whatever. You got
Uh,
to go through Chrome, but
right.
the way that it works, depending on the one you get, the one we got right now, you can actually stream across 3 platforms at one time. So
Okay.
like you got your Comic Con and you got all that. Instead
Right.
of have to do one on each one, you can shoot it all out simultaneously. And I just say this: you've been doing this for a long time, but I think one thing that will help you in this hour, man, is that besides things like this,
Mhm.
we've been rolling with brother Ben X. I don't know if you've been.
Okay. Yeah, I'm familiar with Brother
Yeah,
Ben.
we've been rolling with him, and one of the things that he said is that social media, the way people are buying, are so different now,
Right.
and what more people want now is a more intimate connection with who they buying stuff from.
Right.
So when you're doing things like just say, a sneak peek of a drawing you may
Right.
do,
Right.
stuff like
Exactly.
that. Kind of like just letting people in to
Mhm.
your world. This is urban style comics. This is
I agree.
that kind of deal. I mean, and really, you all should have your own podcast if you don't already.
Right. Right.
That's the way to roll it. I mean, you've been on here 30 years,
Yeah.
and people are looking for things to do, and a lot of people got different skills, but they were scared to use it. They don't know directions to go.
Right.
So all of what you do and have done is very, very needed. I mean, because some people don't
Right.
know about comic book platforms, how to set a story up, all of that kind. They got the idea,
Right. Right. Right.
they don't have everything else. How do I
Right.
maintain that long staying power? And that is what you bring to the table besides everything else that you already doing. You know what I mean? Is that you bring that know-how, that skill, and I think it would be absolutely phenomenal because again, it is like you said with him, opening it up to all the comic book artists and stuff like that, then you can do the same thing there so people can come there. I'm a part of the what is it, black sci-fi and science fiction. They send me stuff all the time too.
Yeah, I'm on
So
there as well.
yeah, so I get
Got you.
stuff and they have like you say, graphic novels, different
Mhm.
kind of books and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know the guy that started that Black Science Fiction
Oh,
Society.
okay.
Yeah, I
See,
know.
wow, that's man. We'll love to interview him too,
Yeah,
because he
his
said he
name.
wants to include that in his
Okay.
genre.
Name is Jarvis Sheffield. You should look him up. As a matter of fact, you can find him on my page, Jarvis Sheffield.
Jarvis Sheffield. I think I
Yeah,
remember when it first started.
yeah, look
I
him up.
give it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, brother, we're
Yeah.
not gonna hold your time, and we love you, man, and we love what you're doing out there, man, and keep up the good work. Um, I got a good idea, one last good idea for you. Well, that's it. Okay, so like when you redo your cartoon, right? When you
Uh,
redo the cartoon, you can invite people to your page. They got a thing on Facebook now where you could charge for the event, right? So you
right.
can invite people to your page and charge them to do first
Oh,
time views of the reprint.
like
So
a
it's five
viewership.
dollars. Yeah. So they come on now. They done already paid their money. Everybody on there. They watching the comic at the same time. You
Right.
know. So that's kind of like phenomenal, and they not
Yeah, I didn't
charging
know
for it
that.
right now. They not
I didn't know
charging
that.
to
I'm gonna
they
look
not
into that.
charging until I think February of next year. They won't even they not charging for it. So if you set up an event on Facebook, it'll say is it paid or is it free. So you can set it up paid. Let everybody know that you're gonna premiere this. I think a good time to do it, if it's even if it's the older one, because I haven't seen it yet, would be around Kwanzaa time. Be around
Yeah.
Kwanzaa time,
Right. Right.
do it for Kaumba. I think that'll be a great day.
Right.
And unity. I mean, anybody that got stuff like you got in
Mhm.
regards to the cartoon format, you can
Right.
do an all day thing. Pay me $20. We're gonna bring on brother so and so, and he come with his. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm a researcher for sure. Now that
Come
you put
on, man. I
it.
know it. I already know. That's why I put it out there so you can look into it. And
I
I
appreciate
definitely, if you do it, you got my money. I'm coming.
it. I appreciate it because it's a lot of people that haven't seen it, so that would be a good idea.
Come on, man. I haven't seen it, so I'll be
Okay.
the one of the first ones in line. Like,
Okay.
look,
So I'm
you
gonna take.
can't get your ticket before me. All right,
Do that.
family. You have a blessed rest of your day, man. Thank you, man. May God continue to bless the works of your hands and the direction of your feet, man,
All right.
and the creativity of your mind, man.
Appreciate you. Love you guys, man. Talk to you later. And good
Love
All
luck.
you
right.
too.
Thank
What's that?
you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No
Thank you.
problem. Anytime.
All right, family. Have a great day.
Peace and blessings, brothers.
Peace and
Peace and
blessings.
blessings.
All right, fam. That was a fantastic interview. I'm so
Yes, it
proud of my
was.
son. I am so proud of how he handled himself today with his first interview that he did on his own. Primarily, I said a few questions, but it was definitely his show. So I look forward to seeing him go forward in the future. You've got some great ideas in front of you, and you got some great people that's willing to work with you to help that be a reality for you. So I advise you to take it and run with it. Hold your banner up and run with it, son. All right. So, with that said, family, we hope you all have enjoyed this like we've enjoyed it, whether it be now or in the future. We appreciate you. We just want to tell you that we love you. There's nothing you can do about it,
That's right.
as our brother Jake always says, and that to be the best because you are absolutely the best. And remember to let the spark in
Your
your
mind
mind
create
create a
a new
new
reality.
reality. That's right. This is Black Anime and
And
Comic
comics.
First Edition.
First edition.
This is the first edition of many more to come. So we thank Brother Justin Hall for coming on in, asking questions. We thank everybody that did come in, if it was for 3 seconds, 3 minutes. We appreciate you because could have been anywhere and everywhere, but you was right here with us. and we truly do appreciate it. And you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hotep.
Hotep.
Shalom. Peace be
Ashe.
on to you. All that good stuff. Have a fantastic day.